Just look at the strong language. It seems the DOT is allowing, this is the Supreme Court observation, room for self-assessment. Who in the government has the audacity to do this? No one has the authority to overturn our orders. You don't know me, I will dispatch people to jail from here. That's the word that we have. This is, I have not seen such a strong language earlier. I must say that. But this is the word that we have. Kritika, over to you. I think we have more guests.
You know, Anuj, this is actually kind of surprising that we are getting back to the self-assessment point, because, you know, if you remember, even before the lockdown, the last hearing was when the self-assessment was thrown out of the table, when it was very clear that the only point that is going to be discussed is going to be the staggered payment. So comments with respect to, you know, it seems DOT is allowing room for self-assessment, no one has the authority to overturn our orders, to be honest, had been done away with, and it's being reiterated. Solicitor General trying to interject the angry judges and saying that that is not happening. The court has misunderstood the fact. No such move to dilute the Supreme Court judgment is being allowed. So it seems we are just going back to that self-assessment point. But, you know, all in all, Rajiv, it looks like the Supreme Court is not happy with the 1,000 crore rupees given by Vodafone Idea. They haven't even brought up Bharti Airtel at this point right now. So what the Supreme Court is all in all saying is that Vodafone Idea does not seem to have the balance sheet to be able to make the payment. So how can they go ahead with this? You are putting us in a tough spot. Rajiv, was it unclear to you that the self-assessment point was not done away with? I mean, this surprises me a little bit because, you know, self-assessment, it was made very clear is not going to happen. And before I get to you, Rajiv, let me just remind the viewers of the self-assessment amount as well. Vodafone Idea self-assessment amount was 21,533 crore rupees. Bharti Airtel's 13,004 crore rupees. TTSL 2,197 crore rupees. So that is half or even less than half of what the actual amount was and the balance that they have to pay. Rajiv, was there any confusion in the market with respect to the self-assessment amount? Because weren't most analysts prepared with the fact that Vodafone Idea will have to pay 50,400 crore rupees more? Bharti Airtel will have to pay that additional 25,976 crore rupees over and above the amount of 18,000 crore rupees that they've already paid.
Yeah, hi, Kritika. So you are right. At least over the last month or so, in the last, few hearings, it seemed to be very clear that we are not going back to the self-assessment issue. But, you know, this case started long back. It started somewhere around 2004, 2005. And in my understanding, I don't think that ever telcos and DOT have sat together and decided on the amount which they are, contesting about. So there was never a discussion between both. And hence this point is coming in, because if you look at the intention on part of the operators is that if somehow they can get to that self-assessment, then they could lower the liabilities considerably. So that seems to be, the perspective. But yes, it seemed like that this won't come up. I'm also surprised to see that this is coming up. But, if Vodafone is in a bad shape and it has to resort to everything so that it can reduce the liability significantly.
You know, that could also be because the balance that they have to pay. So the total due is 58,254 crore rupees. They paid 6,854 crore rupees, then paid another 1,000 crore. So in the last 3 weeks, they were asked to furnish a substantial amount or deposit some amount for them to be able to be liable for eligible for a staggered payment. And in that, they've given only 1,000 crore rupees. So maybe they're going back to the self-assessment point owing to that, because of the balance of 51,400 crore rupees, only 1,000 crore rupees has been paid. If we have Nitin Soni with us, Nitin, some important point coming in over here with respect to what the Supreme Court is observing now. Justice Mishra has now said that there seems to be communication between government to allow room for recalculation. How is Vodafone Idea claiming payable dues to be lower by 20,000 crore rupees from the dues that we have cited in our judgment? The Solicitor General, that is Tushar Mehta, arguing for the centre, is now clarifying again that there is no room for confusion about the Supreme Court order. There is absolutely no issue or misunderstanding. No room for reassessment will be allowed. So that reassessment point is done with. Do we have Nitin Soni with us? Okay, I think we don't have Nitin with us. Rajiv, the same point to you. So now it seems to be clear that the Solicitor General is indicating that self-assessment is not something that has to be allowed. But, you know, would you be prepared with a 10 to 15-year timeline? Let's not guess, of course, but is that something that you have been prepared with, that the market has been prepared with? And in that case, Rajiv, would it be difficult for Vodafone Idea to survive? Because their dues, and I think I'm quoting your report itself, which says that about $11.8 billion is due in spectrum payments over and above the amount that they have to pay for AGR.
Yes, you're right. So, you know, a holistic view needs to be taken. If, you know, they are not given sufficient time to repay the AGR, then the ability of the government to, you know, get the larger due, which is 11.7 billion on spectrum, how will that happen comes under a big question as well. So I think that point is not yet been taken up. And it could go either way with the courts. But yes, we are right that you know, markets, whatever we understand, have been factoring a 10 to 15-year kind of thing. Nobody has been factoring 20-year. 10 to 15 year would still be tough, but if this capitalization of balance sheet and ARPUs go up, it could still be doable, but they could still be 4G and their 5G will be significantly delayed.
Oh. Okay, by the way, just couple of other stocks. The IDFC First Bank is beginning to take a bit of a knock because, you know, the IndusInd Bank is beginning to take a bit of a knock. So the banks exposed to Idea in particular are beginning to take a bit of a knock because you know, the observations that we have from Supreme Court, you know, it looks like the companies will not forget 20 years. They will not even get perhaps 15. That's the you know, going by the observation. We have Mr. Tulsian also joining us, who tracks, of course, these stocks very closely. Mr. Tulsian, we haven't had the order yet. We've had observations from Supreme Court, but these are very strong observations. Your thoughts and your view on how to approach some of these names? Is it suffice to say that perhaps Bharti could be the beneficiary and there could be some decline on Idea?
So, in fact, these observations are seen to be very stern. And in fact, I think by revisiting the recalculation of the AGR dues, the Supreme Court is getting antagonized, you know, every now and then. So there is no point in just asking for the reduction by that way of recalculation. That is ruled out, and that is putting extra burden of 20,000 crore. Now, if you see the arguments, whatever I have seen the snippets on on your channel, where the Mukul Rohtogi, you know, the learned counsel for the Vodafone Idea, has all presented the losses figure only 1 lakh crore having wiped off. You know, the entire amount is going into the financing the losses, spectrum, salary, and all blah blah blah. So I don't know how you, in fact, you have to present a rosy picture that I'm seeing the silver line. I have a light at the end of the tunnel by which I can mobilize the money or I can make the operating profit going forward, and that will make a very strong case for the Vodafone Idea to ask for the deferment. But given such a situation, and in fact the government will not allow, the court will not allow the government money to just go like that, because in the last 15-20 years not even a single penny has been paid by these companies. Now, coming on, even if you presume that the deferment of 8 years or 10 years, in fact, I have been taking deferment of 8 years is allowed, that will come at a cost, at an interest rate, which will be minimum 12%. So I don't know, in the falling interest rate regime, we are all talking of the deferment, but that will not come with no interest thereon. So even if you presume that the minimum interest charge will be 12% interest, whether that will be really exciting for the even company like Vodafone Idea to go for in the falling interest regime, when the companies and corporates are borrowing at 7 to 8%. So definitely that will be seen at death knell for the Vodafone Idea, which I have been in fact claiming it to be. Even if they get a longer the period, longer the problem for the company, and I don't think that Supreme Court will really be taking that kind of risk. So the shorter the duration, but that the interest liability will really be very high on the companies going forward. So taking these into consideration, I don't think that existence of Vodafone Idea can really be seen as feasible or possible, and that will definitely be seen positive for the Bharti Airtel and Reliance Industries. That is the Jio platform. So, and if you see the market also, Bharti Airtel and Jio, Reliance Industries have started moving up. IDFC Bank, IDFC First Bank, IndusInd Bank have started correcting. But I'm not saying market has to react on every news or every indications which been coming in. But overall, it's been very negative,
Sure.
and I'm circumspect and worried on the interest rate which will be paid along on the deferred amount, which will again be extra burden being put on the Vodafone Idea.
All right, Mr. Hussain, thanks a lot for that